Life is about decisions. None of us influence where we start, but we damn sure can determine where we're going. Each step you take leaves a footprint. Each action provides a page to your biography. Ask yourself this: when I leave, will they save a place for me? When I come back hungry, will I have a place at the table? When I return, will the door open? How genuine would a smile be? How fake would a hug be? Will home still be home? President's 919.
Back like I never left. Matter of fact, we in this.
You are now listening to the Shaw Report with Damian Banks.
Hello.
What's happening? What's up? What's going on? It's the Shaw Report, and I am your host, Damian Banks. Shaw Bears alum and fans rejoice. You have your very own podcast hosted by moi, Damian S. Banks. Follow your boy on Instagram and Twitter at Sports by Damian. That's SportsBydamion. And Shaw University Athletics are also on social media. On Twitter, it's at Shaw Bears. On Instagram, it's at SU_Bears. And on Facebook.com/Shaw Bears. Another week is in the book, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We in the building. We here now. It's the Shaw Report. Again, I am your host, Damian Banks. This is the official podcast of Shaw University Athletics. You can go to shawbears.com to download this podcast. Also go to iTunes, search the Shaw Report. You can also go to Spreaker.com/Sports by Damian or Banksboy.com to download all the sports content that your heart could ever desire. We are back for another week. Hope you guys had a good week behind you. We're looking forward to this week, man. We're already in April in 2018. Time is flying by. We're having a great time living our best lives. And I just want everyone to be great, man. That's the theme for my life. I just want to be great in whatever I do. And I hope you guys are doing the same as well. A lot of things going on in the athletic department at Shaw University. Just wrapped up spring ball. Head coach Adrian Jones and the football team just wrapped up spring ball last week, had their spring game. And I had the pleasure of interviewing Coach Jones on the Shaw Report last week. Want to give a shout out to him and thank him again for coming on. Always a pleasure to talk to Coach Jones. He is a rising star for sure in the coaching community. And, you know, also going on in the program, we got softball, we got tennis, men's, women's tennis. We got track and field. But I know it's not basketball season, but I want to give a quick shout out, since the NBA playoffs are going on. Speaking of NBA playoffs, Bron, what's going on, man? Cleveland got the brakes beat off of them in game 1 of the Eastern Conference playoffs, man, by Indiana. Victor Oladipo out there going hamburger on the Cavaliers, man, but I'm sure the Cavs will get it together. Speaking of basketball, I want to give a quick shout out to a pair of Shaw U basketball stars who received postseason recognition, as fellow seniors D'Angelo Stevens-Bell and Savon Goodman were named second team North Carolina Collegiate Sports Information Association All-State, man. Shout out to D'Angelo Stevens-Bell. He led Shaw in scoring this past season with 18.8 points per game. Also dished out 5 assists a game, had 28 double-figure scoring games on the season. Savon Goodman led Shaw in rebounding at 9.6 per game. That was good for second in the CIAA. And those two seniors helped Shaw University to a 20-9 overall record and a co-championship in the Southern Division. Congrats to both of those guys being named second team North Carolina Collegiate Sports Information Association All-State. Big things are gone in the Shaw University Athletics Department, but we're just getting started on this week's Shaw Report. We got a lot of action to cover. We got men's and women's tennis scores. We also have track and field scores and softball scores. Don't go anywhere, but if you do, come right back. You're listening to the Shaw Report on Spreaker Radio. Hey Shaw Bears fans, refresh your game day with the new and improved real Coca-Cola taste of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, with 0 calories and 0 sugar. It's college sports' newest tradition. Grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola Zero Sugar and taste the feeling. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of Shaw University Athletics.
You are now listening to the Shaw Report with Damian Banks.
What's happening? Welcome back to the Shaw Report. Don't act like you don't know what I'm about to do. every commercial break when I come back. You already know. You know what time it is, and you know how I do. Follow your boy on Instagram and Twitter at Sports by Damien. That's SportsByDaimeon. And Shaw University Athletics are also on social media. On Twitter, it's at Shaw Bears. On Instagram, it's at SU_Bears. And on Facebook.com/Shaw Bears. Before the commercial break, just wanted to congratulate again graduating seniors, D'Angelo Stevens-Bell and Savon Goodman for being named second team North Carolina Collegiate Sports Information All-State. That's a big accomplishment. Those two young men had great senior seasons led by head coach Joel Hopkins. The men's basketball team finished up at 20-9 overall and was the co-champion in the Southern Division of the CIAA. Really good season for the basketball team. Can't wait for basketball season to start for the 2018-2019 season. Also, head coach Adrian Jones and the football team, they just finished up spring ball last weekend at Durham County Memorial Stadium. Had a really good spring for head coach Adrian Jones and the football team and his staff. They have a really tough schedule coming up for this season. I had the pleasure of interviewing Coach Jones last week on the podcast. If you missed it, go to shawbears.com or go to iTunes, search the Shaw Report. You can listen to any old podcast. But right now we got track and field going on. We got softball. We got men's and women's tennis. It's popping 10 around the athletic department at Shaw University. So let's get into the Bears scoreboard. We start with head coach Daishandra Goree and her softball squad, who had 2 series this past week. On Wednesday, the Lady Bears hit the road for a doubleheader in the CIAA versus Johnson C. Smith. Game 1 went to Shaw as they overcame a 4-run deficit, scoring 1 run in the 4th inning and 2 runs each in the 6th and 7th innings, en route to a 5-4 win. Tori Hale had 2 RBIs in the win for the Lady Bears. In Game 2, the Lady Bears jumped out to a 2-0 early lead behind Christine Navy and Kiana Roger RBI singles, but Johnson C. Smith bats came to life, scoring 13 runs in just 5 innings, defeating the Bears by the 13-4 score. Next up was a doubleheader on the road versus Raleigh rival St. Augs. The Lady Falcons jumped out to a 9-1 lead in Game 1, en route to a 13-5 win over Shaw. Game 2 started off much the same as St. Augs jumped out to an early lead, but the Lady Bears scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning, capped off by a Tajia Bailey 3-run home run, and Shaw knocked off St. Augs for the first time since 2012 with an 8-6 victory. With that win, Shaw improves to 10-14 overall, 8-4 in conference play, and will next hit the diamond April the 21st in the doubleheader against Fayetteville State at Worthdale Park. First pitch is at 1 p.m. Next, we move to men's tennis, who played host to Salem International at Worthdale Park this past week. The match got off to a great start for the Bears as their number 1 doubles team, Oscar Del Granado and Ganazaji Makambwa, won their doubles match 8-0. The Bears dropped the next 2 double matches and trailed 2-1 heading into singles play. Oscar Del Granado won his singles match 7-5, 6-4, and Daniel Ock shut out Eugene Boris 6-0, 6-0, but it wasn't enough as Salem snuck out of Raleigh with a 6-3 win. Thursday, the Bears hit the road to face Catawba. Different match, same results as Oscar Del Granado and Makambwa won their doubles match 8-2, but Shaw dropped the other 2 doubles matches. Del Granado defeated Luca Pichi 6-2, 6-love. Daniel Ott knocked off Samuel Schwartz 6-5, 6-2, but Shaw dropped a close one 5-4 to Catawba. On Saturday, the regular season finale for the Bears, Oscar Del Granado and Ganazaji Makambwa again captured the first points of the match with an 8-5 win on the doubles play. But the Bears lost the next 2 doubles matches. Del Granado earned Shaw's other point with a 6-3, 6-3 win over Ben Lackerman, but the Bears couldn't get any closer, dropping the match 7-2. The Bears finish off their season 3-10. Moving on to women's tennis, where head coach Sunday Initan squad continued to dominate this past week. Starting off with a home match versus Salem International, in which they swept all the doubles matches and singles matches en route to a 9-0 shutout win. Daniela Vanko, Cameron Matacone, Symbiat Aline, and teammates all continue to play well this year, as the Lady Bears went on the road this week also and defeated Fayetteville State 7-2. Thursday, the Lady Bears were on the road at Catawba, attempting to win their 17th straight match. The Lady Bears got off to a good start, winning the #1 singles match by Daniela Venko 7-5, 6-2. And in doubles action, Shaw picked up an 8-5 win by Adriana Martic and Cameroon Matacone. But Catawba played well throughout to snap the Lady Bears streak at 16 matches, winning 7-2. The Lady Bears finish off their regular season play today versus Elizabeth City State at Worthdale Park. Match play starts at 1 p.m. And now for track and field action, where head coach Nadia Alexander Pompey and her Lady Bears squad participated in the Aggie Invitational in Greensboro at Irwin Bell Track. Coach Alexander Pompey has this team competing at a very high level, and that continued over the weekend. Freshman phenom Typha Saunders excel in both the shot put and javelin. Saunders set a school record with a throw of 14.04 meters in the shot put to place third, while her throw of 38.32 meters gave the Kingston, Jamaica native another third place finish in the javelin. The Lady Bears set a school record in the 4x400 meter relay with a time of 3:52.41. Also, La Cherie Clark's time of 24:79 in the 200 meters was a school record. For more information on the track and field team, go to shawbears.com. Next match is set for April the 21st at Virginia State in the Virginia State University Invitational. And that was your Shaw Bears scoreboard. We'll be right back after the commercial break with the CIAA Scoreboard. You're listening to the Shaw Report on Spreaker Radio. This portion of the Shaw Report is brought to you by Summit Hospitality. Summit Hospitality is a proud sponsor of Shaw University Athletics. With 6 Marriott-branded hotels in the Raleigh area, Summit Hospitality can manage all of your lodging needs. Make your reservations for your family or a group by calling 919-669-0576 and let them know that Shaw University Athletics sent you. That's Summit Hospitality, 919-669-0576.
You are now listening to the Shaw Report with Damian Banks.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to the Shaw Report. Again, I am your host, Damian Banks.
Do it for the man.
I ain't gonna do it.
Do it for the man.
I ain't gonna do it.
Yes, I am. Follow your boy on Instagram and Twitter at Sports by Damian. That's SportsByDamion. And Shaw University Athletics are on social media. Follow the Bears on Twitter at Shaw Bears, on Instagram at SU_Bears, and on Facebook.com/Shaw Bears. Before the break, we gave you the Shaw Bears scoreboard, breaking down all the action in the athletic department this past week, man. Shouts out to head coach Nadia Alexander Pompey. She has the track and field team playing at an all-time high. Shout out to head coach Daishandra Goree. Softball team playing really well, and they actually defeated Raleigh rival St. Augs for the first time in several years. So got to give a big shout out and kudos to Coach Goree and the softball squad. You can't say enough about the women's tennis team. They had won 16 straight matches before they fell to Catawba, and they have a tremendous record on the season, and I look for them to do great things in postseason play. Just a lot of great things going on inside the program at Shaw University. If you're a Shaw Bear alum or fan, you have to be happy. You got to be proud, man. Be proud of your Bears. Also, give back to your university. You know, go to shawbears.com if you want to find out how to give back to the program. These young men and women cannot do it without you, and they will appreciate any dollar amount that you can donate to the Shaw University Athletic Department. You know, if it's $5, $10, $20, $100, if you got skrill like that, if you got cake like that, shoot Shaw University 100, shoot them 1,000, you know, shoot them a couple stacks, whatever you got. Donate to the Shaw University Athletic Department. Go to shawbears.com for more information on donating back to your beloved university. And, you know, this is a sports program. I like to talk about Shaw University sports exclusively. But again, man, I'm watching the NBA playoffs, and, you know, what in the world is going on in Cleveland? Now, how did you lose by 20 points? Man, Bron, I love you. Full disclosure, I'm a Bron fan. I'm a Cavaliers fan, I guess, but I'm a LeBron James fan. And, you know, I kind of feel like I grew up with LeBron. You know, we're not the same age. I'm a little bit older than LeBron, but I saw the young man come straight out of high school, and he's been doing great things in the NBA ever since I can remember. But, you know, looks like, you know, Cleveland got to get their act together. I don't know what, you know, if you're watching the NBA playoffs, you know, holla at your boy on Twitter.